Warning: billion-dollar pharmaceutical corporations do not want this information to get out there and are trying hard every day to get this video removed. This video could be taken down at any time. Are you or someone you know suffering from mild or even severe tinnitus? Then you need to stop what you're doing and watch this video very closely, because I'm about to expose a secret that is going to change your life forever. This short video is going to show you how you can get rid of your tinnitus forever. Yes, that's right. I said get rid of your tinnitus completely. This means no more ringing, buzzing, static, clicking, hissing in your ears. No more fighting to fall asleep. No more struggling to concentrate during work. No more stress worrying about your tinnitus. Just think about being able to finally fall asleep with ease. Can you even imagine what that would be like? My name is Ian McCall, and I'm an ex-tinnitus sufferer that has spent years researching and perfecting a cure to tinnitus that has now helped thousands of people around the world. I'm going to show you a way to dramatically reduce or even 100% eliminate your tinnitus in as little as 10 days. That's right. Literally within 10 days you could be living a happier, healthier life by ridding yourself of the ringing, the humming, the static that has made your life a living nightmare for so long. Tinnitus is a terrible condition that affects hundreds of millions of people worldwide, and I've dedicated my life to helping others around the world to get rid of their tinnitus. Having suffered from tinnitus before, I know what you're going through, and I know how annoying it is when people act like it isn't a big deal and tell you, oh, it will go away eventually. But the truth is that it is a big deal. Left untreated, the causes of tinnitus can lead to damage to the cochlea, your inner ear, sinus problems, severe ear infections, trouble sleeping, and depression, just to name a few. In some cases, your tinnitus may even become permanent. Now, I don't intend to scare you, but tinnitus is really a serious thing. So whether you have a mild case of tinnitus or a severe one, it's important you take action now to get rid of it before it is permanent and can ruin your life forever. But here's the problem millions of tinnitus sufferers face. You can visit hundreds of websites and dozens of doctors and hit the same roadblocks almost every single time. While there is more awareness about tinnitus today than ever before, the simple truth is that the mainstream medical community is still in the dark about how to make it go away. I have a friend who, in his quest to rid himself of his tinnitus, made 24 tinnitus-related visits with 3 ENTs, a general practitioner, a TMJ specialist, 2 audiologists, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, a holistic practitioner, a hypnotist, a dizziness specialist, a pain clinic, and a sleep clinic. And he still failed to get any conclusive answers. There's nothing we can do to cure your tinnitus, they said. You'll just have to live with it the rest of your life. Once you hear that for the umpteenth time, you'll want to scream and throw your hands up in despair. Isn't there anything that can be done to get rid of tinnitus? According to the mainstream medical community, not really. You're stuck. Just learn to live with it. And even if there was a scientifically proven cure, do you think the medical community and Big Pharma would want to tell you about it? Not by a long shot. There's way more money to be made by treating your problem than actually solving it. This is why dozens of drugs have already been studied for treating tinnitus. In fact, they've already tested out anti-anxiety drugs like Valium and heart drugs like lidocaine. In some cases, these drugs helped a little bit, but they did not actually solve the problem. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a pharmaceutical company that is working hard right now to invent an expensive prescription drug just for tinnitus. Because if they can get you on a prescription drug that temporarily alleviates your symptoms, they can lock you into giving them money every single month for the rest of your life. Yeah, talk about a scam. Right now, there are 50 million people in the United States alone who suffer from tinnitus. Of those, 16 million have severe enough symptoms that they've sought out help. And 2 million have symptoms so severe they can't even function normally on a day-to-day basis. As you can imagine, pharmaceutical companies see these millions of people as a big potential gold mine. A prescription drug that kinda sorta works for some people, some of the time, could be pushed hard in TV ads and Big Pharma would make a killing. You'd still be hearing the ringing in your ears after taking their drug, but the only sound they'd be hearing is the ringing of their cash register going ka-ching. Paying big bucks for a pharmaceutical drug that doesn't even work or causes other negative side effects is a fool's game. What you need is something that really works. And you needed it yesterday. Trust me, I know. I suffered from tinnitus for more than 5 years before I stumbled onto a natural miracle cure that totally got rid of my tinnitus, 10 days after I started it. I took everything I learned and put it into an all-inclusive guide that has already helped thousands of people overcome and beat their tinnitus. Totally naturally and often in as little as 10 days. This guide is going to change everything you think you knew about your tinnitus and put you back in control of your life. Plus, it won't require you to make some dramatic change to your lifestyle or go on some crazy diet. You won't have to start eating a bunch of wacky foods or stand on your head like some of those quacks out there say to do. You don't have to keep suffering. In fact, I bet even if you have a mild case of tinnitus that it affects your life in a negative way almost every day. From not being able to focus or get as much work done as you could, to having to avoid going out with friends because they want to go to a loud concert or movie. My step-by-step guide has been used by thousands of people around the world to cure their tinnitus and finally free them from their insomnia, the headaches, the stress, the ringing. I don't want you to ever have to worry about any of those things ever again, and using my program you're going to be able to naturally overcome your tinnitus and get back to living your life the way it should be. Stress-free, fun, exciting, carefree living just like you did before you had your tinnitus. Isn't that what you deserve? It makes me cringe when I think about how awful my life used to be when I had tinnitus. The problems it created really made my quality of life nosedive. I went from being a happy-go-lucky guy to being miserable most of the day just daydreaming about being able to have 5 minutes of peace and quiet. For me, my tinnitus started back in college. I remember going home one Friday night after hanging out with my friends when I noticed ringing in my ears for the first time. It was quiet in my apartment, so I thought I was hearing the high-pitched frequency of an electronic device. I did a quick search to see if I could locate the sound, but no matter where I walked, the sound remained the same. After a while, I began to realize that the ringing in my ears was not being caused by anything in my apartment. The sound was coming from inside me. I figured the ringing would go away, and it did that night, but the ringing in my ears began to happen more frequently. But I was always able to attribute it to a noisy event. After a long day at school, the silence of my apartment amplified the ringing in my ears. Then suddenly, one day, I noticed that the ringing wasn't going away. I kept hearing it all day, every day, no matter what I did. I even had trouble falling asleep at night and would play music on the radio to try to drown out the ringing. Each morning when I'd wake up, the ringing sound was still there, without any relief. It really started to get on my nerves. At work, I found I had trouble concentrating. It was hard to block out the sound and focus on the work I needed to do. I remember going home one evening wondering how long this condition was going to last. Little did I know at the time it was going to last more than 5 years. One day turned into 2 days turned into a week turned into a month. The ringing just would not stop. I began to become depressed and withdrawn. Frankly, it was hard to want to socialize or even be around people. More than anything else, I just wanted the ringing to go away so I could get back to my life the way it used to be. I became pretty desperate, so I tried all sorts of crazy things. I took pills and potions. I tried special devices and treatments. I visited every kind of doctor and specialist under the sun. I even tried a few weird diets. One time I even tried ear candling at the suggestion of one of my friends. That's where you hold a lit hollow candle near your ear and try to dry out the earwax. And guess what? I just about set the couch on fire. For the record, I don't recommend ear candling. Medical research has proven that it is both dangerous and ineffective. But my willingness to try it goes to show just how desperate I was at that time in my life. Now, all of these experiments came at great personal cost to me. I spent thousands of dollars on doctors and drugs. I spent hundreds of hours searching for answers and actually trying out the things the doctors, specialists, and even casual friends told me to do. All this was bad enough, but there was also a huge emotional cost. Because each time I tried to do something new, I would get really excited. I truly believed that this time it was going to work. Unfortunately, nothing seemed to work for me. And each time my hopes were crushed, as I had to face one disappointment after another. At my lowest point, I felt like I was going crazy. I was really depressed and I was getting to the end of my rope. I was willing to try just about anything. Thankfully, it was during that dark time that I discovered a simple 3-step formula that finally gave me my relief. Here's how it happened. When none of the so-called solutions worked for me, I decided to take things into my own hands. I decided my only hope was to continue my experiments on my own terms. Instead of listening to what everybody else was telling me to do, I would do my own research, add some common sense, and conduct my own experiments. And I would document everything along the way so I would know for sure when something worked or not. It took me a couple of years of trial and error to develop the routine I now use to keep my tinnitus from coming back. And just to be clear, my tinnitus is no longer a problem for me. I no longer hear ringing in my ears, even when it's dead quiet. All I hear is silence. Wonderful, beautiful silence. Once you try my simple 3-step process, I believe you'll finally get relief from your tinnitus like I did. You'll get back to your life the way it used to be. And the months or years you spent suffering from tinnitus will become a distant memory. I reveal every step of my simple, straightforward 3-step process in my system called Tinnitus Remedy. Stop the ringing forever. This system contains more details about my personal journey and the specific activities and remedies that worked for me and have worked for thousands of other tinnitus sufferers. For example, while I was trying to get rid of my own tinnitus, I discovered at least 8 different types of drugs that actually make tinnitus worse. And chances are you are taking at least one of these on a regular or semi-regular basis right now. I also discovered 8 homeopathic remedies that could give you much needed relief from tinnitus. I tried all of them and still use 2 of them on a daily basis because they're so effective. And keep in mind, I know what it's like to suffer from tinnitus. I know you don't just want relief, you desperately need it. That's why there's no fluff in my system. It's all boiled down into my 3-step process for finding almost instant and lasting relief from tinnitus, all based on my personal 5-year journey. Plus, I'm going to include 2 free bonus gifts that help deal with other issues tinnitus sufferers have to deal with. One of the things I found that most tinnitus sufferers have in common is trouble falling asleep. Some of them have crazy insomnia that ruins their lives. They toss and turn and they have trouble ignoring the ringing in their ears. Playing music to cover up the sound only helps so much. With that in mind, you'll be getting a free bonus called the Sleep Like a Pro, 9 Secrets to a Good Night's Sleep System. You'll discover 9 different ways to get a better night's sleep so you'll feel rested and energized every morning when you wake up. You'll also discover what you should never do before bed, 9 unusual foods that will help you get deeper sleep, how to shake off insomnia, and much more. These strategies will help you feel rested all day long so you won't have to deal with those afternoon naps ever again. Sleep Like a Pro is a $37 value, but it's yours free just for trying my Tinnitus Remedy system. And there's more. I'll also give you a second free bonus called Stop the Stress, and it's packed with little-known ways to reduce the stress in your life and get rid of those nagging feelings of anxiety that your tinnitus may be causing. You'll learn the single best exercise for releasing stress. You'll also learn simple tricks to make your life simpler, easier, and less stressful. This is another $37 value, and it's yours absolutely free. What would it be worth to you to totally get rid of your tinnitus? To get rid of it totally naturally without using toxic drugs? To finally be able to face the day without the annoying buzzing sounds distracting you from your work, your loved ones, and your friends? The regular price for the Tinnitus Remedy program is $74. But because I know you really need help and since you've listened to this whole video, I'm going to give you a 50% off coupon for today only. You can get it for just $37 when you enter the coupon code half off into the box below. You get half off just for entering a simple coupon code. So let's review everything you're going to get. You get the Tinnitus Remedy system, a $74 value. You get Sleep Like a Pro, 9 Secrets to a Good Night's Sleep, a $37 value. You get the Stop the Stress system, a $37 value. That's a total value of $148, all for a one-time payment of just $37. And you won't even risk a penny when you accept this limited time offer. That's because you're protected by a 60-day money-back guarantee. Request your copy of Tinnitus Remedy and all of the free bonus gifts today. Put the information to use immediately and see for yourself how quickly and easily you start living a normal life again, without any phantom noises following you around 24 hours a day. In fact, continue to use the information for the next 2 months. Then, if you're not happy for any reason at all, simply let me know within 60 days of your order date and I'll give you a full refund immediately. The bonuses are yours to keep. How can I afford to do this? It's simple. I already know that my simple 3-step formula for tinnitus relief really works. I'm a testament to that, as well as the thousands of customers I've already helped. That's why I'm so confident I can help you too. So here's what to do right now. Enter the code half off in the coupon box below. Then press the Click to Redeem Coupon button and you'll instantly receive your 50% discount. Your order will be processed through ClickBank, one of the largest and most secure payment processors in the world. Once you've completed your order, you will receive instant download information for Tinnitus Remedy, Sleep Like a Pro, and Stop the Stress. You'll be able to access this system on any computer, laptop, iPad, or smartphone. Right now, you could be less than 5 minutes from the information that will finally give you lasting relief from your tinnitus. But you must hurry since the special offer could be changed or removed at any time without notice. It's time for you to make a choice. You can keep living with your tinnitus, risking permanent damage the longer you have it. You can keep taking expensive and time-consuming trips to the doctor's office and listen to a doctor who has most likely never had tinnitus and has no idea the pain and psychological torment you're going through. Or you can trust in me, someone who has been where you're at right now, understands how you feel, and has rid himself of this horrible affliction once and for all. So go ahead and place your order now to get started instantly. Isn't it time you said goodbye to your tinnitus symptoms for good? Get Tinnitus Remedy risk-free today, along with all the free bonus gifts, and start your new life without tinnitus. But don't take my word for it. Let me read you a few of the letters I've received from people telling me their stories and how they were able to eliminate their tinnitus in as little as 10 days. Mary Ann from Los Angeles, California, USA wrote me this heartfelt letter. Ian, I don't even have the words to express how grateful I am to you. I was very skeptical when I ordered your guide because I had tried everything under the sun to cure my tinnitus and nothing seemed to work. After 11 days on your system, I noticed a remarkable improvement in my tinnitus and was actually able to go out and enjoy a night out at a bar with a live band, which I hadn't been able to do in over 8 years. It was about 3 weeks into your system that I was eating dinner and I realized something. I had gone the whole day without any ringing. It was like I was becoming normal again. It's been 2 months now and my tinnitus is gone. Thank you, Ian. I'm in your debt forever. Mary Ann. James from Manchester, England, wrote me a letter after his sister used my guide to cure her tinnitus and how much his sister's life had changed, but also how much their whole family's life improved once she was able to get rid of it and how her whole attitude on life changed. Ian. My sister has been suffering from tinnitus for the past 9 years, but in the past 2 years, it had gotten much worse, and she became very depressed. She quit spending time with her family and even started neglecting her teenage son. She just spent all day in bed or in a dark room. I bought your guide for her 6 months ago, and just a few days after she started using your strategies, she became noticeably happier, and even came over to my house for dinner for the first time in a year. After 10 days, she actually called me on the phone crying, thanking me for showing her your guide, and said it was the first day that she could remember in years where her tinnitus didn't bother her for the entire day. I finally had my sister back. My family owes you everything, Ian. You are a true miracle worker. God bless you. If I can ever do anything for you, please let me know, Ian. James. Nothing makes me happier than receiving these letters every day from people who have gotten rid of their tinnitus and started living the full, happy lives they deserve. You owe it to yourself to try my program, because there's nothing to lose and everything to gain. I look forward to welcoming you when you join and hearing about the amazing results you experience. Order now, 100% risk-free, and I'll see you on the other side. You'll receive instant access even if it's 3 a.m. and can get started right away. You still there? I thought you would have gotten started getting rid of your tinnitus, but I understand you may have a few more questions, so let me cover some of the most common questions I receive. Question 1. How fast will I receive your Tinnitus Remedy system? You'll receive your membership instantly, which will give you full access to my full Tinnitus Remedy system, including Sleep Like a Pro and Stop the Stress. You can access everything directly in your web browser or download it to your computer, tablet, or smartphone. Question 2. Does this really work? It does. I've gotten hundreds and hundreds of letters from people thanking me for helping me reduce or cure their tinnitus. I can't 100% guarantee it will work for everyone, but the success rate is very high. If for any reason you aren't happy with the results or it doesn't reduce your tinnitus as much as you hoped, you can receive a refund within 60 days of purchasing my system. No questions asked. Question 3. Are there any monthly fees? Nope, not at all. There are no hidden fees. There's just a one-time fee to receive access to my Tinnitus Remedy system. Question 4. What payment methods can I use, and is my information safe and secure? Our credit card processor, ClickBank, currently accepts all major credit cards and PayPal. Your information is very secure as all payments are processed using state-of-the-art encryption. ClickBank has processed billions of dollars of transactions and is known for being one of the safest, most secure credit card processors on the internet. Question 5. If my tinnitus doesn't improve as much as I hoped, how do I know you'll honor your money-back guarantee? As I mentioned in the last question, we use ClickBank to accept payments, which is a very highly respected company. You can receive a refund instantly by accessing your receipt you received from them when you bought our site or by calling the 1-800 number listed on your bill. Listen, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this entire video. Tinnitus ruined my life for so long, and when I finally figured out a solution that cured it for me, I decided to try to share it with as many people as possible. I really want to help as many people as possible. The time to get started is now. You deserve to be happy in life, and you can't let tinnitus hold you back. To get started, just type the coupon code half off into the box below this video. You'll automatically receive your 50% discount, and you'll get started instantly.